It's time for a back-to-school edition of Move It Monday. Kids are back in the class for a new school year, which means it's time to get them off the couch and active once again.
Absolutely. So whether it's playing outside, maybe you're hitting the basketball court, or riding their bike, it's important for parents to encourage regular exercise as we head into the fall months. Joining us live with some tips to get those kiddos moving, we have local personal trainer Bobby Parker Hall, who's joining us live from Peak Personal Training out on Lake Oswego. Good morning, Bobby. Always great to see you.
Good morning. So good to be here. Yes, and I've got my client, Kat, here, who I have to brag on. She just lost 20 pounds over the last 3 months of working out with me. And this is 4 and 5 her sons. And I always get clients asking me questions about their kids because a lot of their kids are involved in sports and school starting again. And one of the questions I get is, when should I start my child weight training? And experts say anywhere from 8 on up is great, as long as they already have good balance and good coordination and follow directions really well, and they're already involved in some type of sport. So yes, and another question that I get asked a lot too is how to get my kids, going, working out. And I always tell them, try and make it fun. And Kat doesn't have a problem with her kids because they're already in sports and stuff, but they started doing like a family plank together every night and holding that plank for 1 minute. So that's always great. You make it fun and make it kind of a connecting time with your kids too.
Nice.
Yeah.
So walk us through a couple of these things that Emma and I will walk through it with you too. So what are a couple of these movements and routines that you want to make sure kind of set the tone between parents and kids here?
Yeah, well, you want to just make it fun, like I said. And so like jumping jacks, make it like a game. Holding a plank, make it kind of competitive. So like who can hold the longest plank, for a minute. You want to make sure that their form is right too. So
you want to see who can hold the longest plank?
No, neither of our numbers are going to be amazing, but we'll give it a shot.
I can beat you.
Okay, and what else, Bobby?
Here we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the plank. So you're going to go ahead and get down, and you guys can join us. So you're going to go ahead and have your shoulders right underneath your right above your elbows. Okay, you're going to take your stomach in nice and tight. You're going to stay lifted through your hips. Okay, and here we go. That's it. You can either be on like your forearm or you can be on like your hands. Works too. Okay,
we'll go hands.
That's it.
And so Bobby, why is
winning?
Well, I'm winning because I'm on my elbows, which is harder, I think. But why is now such an important time to keep kids active? I know we spent years and years, in this flux sort of space. So why now?
Yeah, well, experts are predicting that, the obesity is on the rise. And so, the earlier you can get your kids out there exercising and having healthy attitudes towards foods and making the right kinds of choices that are going to encourage their bodies to function properly, but also to maintain their weight at a healthy stage. So it's super important because they're saying that it can be, an epidemic if we're not careful. So
let's acknowledge that I won.
There and going.
Yes, Emma's won the plank off, and now I have lost the plank off. I said, this is impressive. I mean, everybody's still going, and it is. It's a cool way to not only think about ways to stay active, but you do get that family time in it as well. Okay, before we let you go, Bobby, what's another movement that maybe everybody can do as a family?
Yeah, well, I think stretching is really important for kids too, because they're growing so fast, their bones can't keep up with their muscles. And so they can get really tight in the hamstrings, especially, and particularly kids that are going to be very tall. So just going into like a forward fold, and you want to hold like that fold for, that stretch for about 30 seconds.
Okay, and so we stand back up kind of a mini yoga pose here, right?
A mini yoga pose. You can have your knees bent, tell your kids you don't have to lock out your joints. Keep your knees soft and listen to your body.
I mean, I still remember growing pains as a kid. Those things were excruciating. If only I had known that stretching would have helped. I could have saved myself a world of hurt.
Mobility is a big deal. Big deal. Okay, Bobby, where can people find you if they're looking to either get in shape themselves or bring the whole family in like you have there with you?
Yeah. Peak Personal Training is a great place where you can get a hold of me on Instagram too. Modern Bodies Fitness.
Awesome.
All right, Bobby, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, great stuff.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and if you need
All
some
right, thank
fitness
you, you
motivation, you can check out Bobby's personal training programs. Go to her website, bobbyparker-hall.com, or learn more on her Instagram at Modern